So Cybershell is finally dead, after all these years. He's technically not dead, but in an indefinite hiatus. But if you put two and two together, you can figure out that yeah, he's fucking done. With all these people trying to find or figure out if he's still making videos somewhere on the internet without anyone's knowledge, but no, he's not. And how do I know that? Because it's been 4 fucking years. And it's pretty goddamn obvious that he just ran away with all his Patreon money. Which is pretty ironic since he literally said that he won't be one of those guys who starts making less content once the money starts rolling in. I mean, come on. Just look at how much worse things have gotten ever since he left the site. Now we have Cybershell clones popping up everywhere. We've got Cybershell but he's LS Mark, Cybershell but he doesn't swear, and now we have Cybershell but he's a kid making pizza tower videos. You know what? Fuck Cybershell. If he's not gonna make content until he finally goes broke, then I might as well do it. Here I go making Cybershell-like content, except it's about topics that nobody cares about. So main reason why I wanted to cover Pizza Tower was because it surprisingly has a pretty rich history. It's been alive since 2018, is probably not dying anytime soon. I'll definitely be making a Pizza Tower bonus video once the actual game finally comes out, covering all the public demos and unused shit I can get my hands on. But I want to talk about how the whole idea came to be. Pretty sure we all know that the game is mostly inspired by the Wario Land games, but which ones exactly? Well, I don't know. And I didn't really care to know either, so I just assumed that it was all of them. But even then, all I had of access from the game were all those short public demos. I couldn't even get my hands on all the sick Patreon shit everyone was raving about. So just out of pure necessity for more Pizza Tower content, I thought, you know, why not? So I started from the first game and then just went down from there, since I didn't really know which game was the best to start with. And okay, I know that most of you greasy bastards probably already know this, but Wario's first appearance was in Mario Land 2, a series of games that never really took off, spanning only 2 games on the same console. And I mean, that's really not that surprising. They were mostly just a run-of-the-mill side-scrollers, but on a smaller scale. Though the second one did have some unique locations, like a giant toy Mario in the fucking moon. But Wario in the game? Well, he sucks. Sorry to all the fucking purists of Wario and Mario Land 2, but it's just straight up fact. He's literally just a normal-ass villain with a personality of being one too. Eventually changed to a more superior and unique personality later on. God, I just really like Wario. He might just be my favorite Mario character. Second place to Waluigi, of course. He's just a big old dick. Doesn't care about anything or anyone. He just wants to get paid. And you know what? I respect that. But back on topic. First thing that had me wondering when going into Wario Land is, why the hell is his hat different? What? What the fuck? Wait, his normal hat is on the logo of the game. There's 2 different hat styles here. What is going on? Seriously, I've tried searching for this shit everywhere. I've even tried looking at the actual game manuals and nothing. Nothing that explains the change of his stupid fucking hat. Okay, for anyone watching this, I beg of you. If you know the answers to this shit, please write it down in the comments because I'm fucking clueless. Don't care if I have to read a 10-page fanfiction styled essay, my autism power level won't calm down until I know the official answers to this shit. But let's finally just talk about the actual game. I didn't like it. I know. Call me a dumbass hypocrite, say that I should be in prison, say that you'll fucking kill me. But it's just fact that I did not like the game, and I'm technically not wrong for saying that because I'm never wrong. But right off the bat, there's already similarities. Like the fact that there's a short dash move, then you can grab enemies. Though here it's a bit different in that you have to knock them out first to then grab them, and dashing into them just kills them either way. The grabbing animation is pretty different too, because you're not really grabbing and more so just holding the enemy in one hand, as opposed to Pizza Tower where you're just literally and physically grabbing in the most basic representation you can think of. But I really don't think I should be comparing animations, as that is a more unique piece of Pizza Tower, separating it from anything else. And that's all the comparisons I could find because I got halfway through the first level and didn't feel like doing anything else, so let's just move on. Wario Land 2 did get a little better. Game looks nicer, feels a lot faster, but it's still more so the same shit from before. And there weren't any new comparisons I could make out, so again, I got halfway through and then just stopped. Now in Wario Land 3, I actually got past the first level. But that still really isn't saying much, because the second level had this annoying zombie gimmick which was slow as shit, and I couldn't even figure out where I was supposed to go. Every pathway just led to these annoying frogs that I didn't know what to do with. There were some comparisons I could make out though. First one being that you have to collect a key before finishing a level, which is similar to the second demo of Pizza Tower where you had to collect all the secret toppings to actually progress. This isn't the case anymore in the newer versions though, as the toppings now are just more so just collectibles that boost up your score. Another thing that caught my eye was that Firebutt Wario shares a pretty big resemblance with Bomb Peppino, in more ways than one actually, because the tune that plays when you transform actually appeared in Pizza Tower's early test build, which was supposedly rediscovered in the files of the golf demo. And this really wasn't too surprising because this was probably just test music since back then barely any tracks were made, but it did catch me off guard first time hearing it here. Next comparison is that there's a ball form, which I forgot was even in the game because I used it a total of 1 time in the first level. But I guess it wouldn't have been that useful because you can't even die in these games, which was also permanent in Pizza Tower but only in the versions before the Dragon's Lair was released. Now okay, if I'm gonna be honest, Wario Land 4 is rad as hell. And to prove that, I actually finished the goddamn game. And that's because it was actually decently fluid and fun. A lot like another game I'm pretty sure we all know the name of. Anyway, there's a lot of comparisons here, so let's just start pointing them all out one by one. First, there's a run button. Thank fucking Christ there's finally a run button. Though unfortunately here you're unable to wall jump or run on walls, or do that super cool flying move, which I heard wasn't even a reference to the Wario games but to something else entirely. There's a pizza time mechanic present, which is a delight as always. There's secret rooms which no doubt share a resemblance, with their own set of music and trippy as hell designs. Though here they're actually a lot more difficult. I'm pretty sure I was only able to finish at least 2 first time playing through the game. All the different forms are obviously very much similar, like the stamped form being Pizza Box Peppino, although without the whole gliding thing, or Bat Wario being the ghost form, and of course the ball and firebutt forms are still present. Even some of the level themes are eerily similar, like we have the beach level, the forest end or jungle level, the factory and freezer levels, the spooky dungeon, and oh look, there's Space Pinball! Sure it looks different and there's different mechanics like this annoying throwing gimmick, but in concept it's literally just fucking Space Pinball. Like this is just a blatant steal of original ideas that have totally never been done before. Don't you know that you'll be seized? Don't you know that you'll go to fucking jail for doing stuff like this? Shame on you, Pizza Tower guy. Shame on you. Well, are these all the comparisons between Wario and Pizza Tower out there? Well, no. Because the game isn't even fucking out yet. They'll definitely keep adding more shit later on. Clear evidence of this is the whole pinball throwing gimmick coming back in the new golf level, being obviously superior there because you can actually aim in more directions than just up or down. And even if they don't add any more stuff than that, I wouldn't really care either way. Like I didn't grow up with any of these games, and I only thought one game was actually good, and I won't be replaying any of them anytime soon. I'm definitely not going to be playing the Wii game because I can't even work a proper Wii emulator, and I'm too broke to buy an actual one. And I'm not going to even try playing the one on the Virtual Boy. I mean, just look at this. All this will do is give me permanent brain damage. And I already have brain damage. But the point is that Pizza Tower is probably better than all of them. And that is just straight up fact. Now I'd like to thank all of my patrons. Just kidding. Unlike Cybershell, I'm not a complete fucking sellout. So I'll never leave. But on one condition though. I don't have an upload schedule. So I'll make content whenever the fuck I feel like it. But I'll definitely be covering new Pizza Tower stuff whenever that comes out. Be it a new public demo and or Patreon demo, I'll be covering it straight away without hesitation.